Hi guys, welcome to my weekly Facebook live show. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder and president of Generation Academy and Generation PR and the creator of the Powerhouse Pros community and the Pitching Powerhouse podcast. We have a YouTube channel. Wherever you love to get your content, we have something there for you. I'm going to wait just a minute. This one is so freaking good. I love this topic because we have now been doing this about 3 years. I think this is our third trend report. And we, want to stay. This call is about our trend report for 2024. So we want to get it to you ahead of the new year. Some time to plan, some time to think about how to integrate these strategies into your business, recommendations you make for clients. Hi, Serena. So whoever says Facebook user, if you're watching in the Profitable PR Post community, I can't see your name for whatever reason. But either tell me who you are, or you could head over to Generation, our business page, and then there I should be able to see your name when you comment and everything. But either way, same information in both places. For some reason, I think with my broadcast platform, because I'm logged in as Generation PR, if you're not on that page, then I can't see you. I missed last week. I told you guys in advance because I took the kids to family camp in Santa Barbara. We've been going about, we were trying to figure it out with the pandemic. It was a little tricky to figure out, but I think this was our 5th year -2 that it was closed for the pandemic. So we've been going for 7 years. So since the kids were, I don't even know, I can't do the math, 6 and 4, something like that. And it's a totally different experience now. They're riding around on their scooters and we barely see them. We had a really good time, and I may or may not, okay, I did record or reprise my original rap from last year. And I added a couple new verses to it, and it was really good. So my husband tells me I have this reputation that I have to live up to. Like, no pressure, no pressure. Just go ahead and write original music and perform it in front of everyone. And obviously my voice, I don't have a good voice. I have, Irina. That's, thank you. That's so sweet. Nice to see you. Your profile picture is lovely. That's a very nice, I just got a haircut. So, my kids told me that I am a lot more Karen-like with this shorter haircut. They said that I've gone full Karen. How could I be humble and just keep it real if I didn't have my 2 middle school boys? Yes, they're both now in middle school, telling me how embarrassing and uncool I am, and that whenever I open my mouth, I sound like a Karen. And I've told you guys before, they've even changed my Netflix login so that when I'm on the account, it says, "Welcome, Karen." And it's a picture of Jane Krakowski, the actress, on the phone, looking like she's talking to a manager. They're like, "That's you." These boys, I tell you. And they think it's cute. I left it because I think it's kind of funny. And then now Netflix sends me emails that's like, "Karen, new for you, Karen." Anyway, nothing wrong with being a Karen. Okay, juicy topic. Super excited about today's topic because we have our annual 2024 PR trend report that we have released today. And I'm going to drop a link to it right here. Okay. And just because you're here and I love you so much, we are going to briefly talk about the top trends that you need to know, that you need to stay on top of the game. And this is going to be a summary of the report, just skimming the surface, having a little conversation about it. So we know the media landscape is constantly shifting. PR pros have to keep their finger on the pulse so that we can keep up. And that's what I'm here to help you with. So what we have done is a lot of research, checked a bunch of different upcoming sort of trends that have been announced by other platforms, and pulled them all together in the ones that we felt are the most meaningful, impactful, game-changing, that we want our community to stay up to date with. And we want to continue to deliver consistent, impressive results. So when you're growing and scaling your agency, your clients stick around, because anyone who's in our agency accelerator program, like Serena and Chrissy who are on here, and anyone else, I don't know who else is on here besides Irina, but you know that the platform that we share is strategy, sales, service, scale. Those are the 4 pillars to growing a profitable agency with consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue. So I only see hi Jen. I can't tell who that is. So maybe put your name. So again, anyone who joined a little bit later, I can't see unless you're watching on the Generation PR page. I wish I could fix that. Maybe if I log in as myself, but then I think the Generation PR page people wouldn't show up with their names. I don't know. But unless we're personal friends on Facebook, come be my friends. So anybody in our agency accelerator knows we're always trying to deliver. It's the key to having clients stick around, which is what we want. We want solid foundation. Hi, Nelson. Good afternoon. We want a solid foundation of clients that are happy with the results that we get, leveraging those results to bring in bigger clients. That's where case studies and testimonials really come into play and serve as a magnet for you to attract your ideal clients. That's why we love niching down. So like, it's an entire system. It all works together. And part of creating those results that clients love are by consistently staying on top of the game. And if you're always playing catch up, you're not going to be seen as somebody who's really in the know. Part of our job and our role as a service provider is to steer our clients in the right direction, both with the strategy that we're sharing with them for PR and our holistic approach to marketing and media that aligns with their goals and their objectives. So you can make recommendations, you can figure out what has the biggest impact towards achieving your clients' goals. And in order to do that, we really do have to stay on top of what's out of date, what's no longer working, what is kind of up and coming, so we can have it on our radar, kind of keep an eye on it, and when the time is right, guide our clients into that direction. And then also, what is hot right now? I mean, you don't want to get on a call with a client and they're like, have you heard of this AI? And you're like, I don't know. I think I've like heard people talk. Is that ChatGPT? They're going to move on. They're going to think you're, I have this picture in my mind from a client who was very mean to me. I've mentioned this to you guys. And she said to me that I was like a tumbleweed in the corner spinning around collecting dust. Her way of saying, you're irrelevant. So if you're not going to accept my crappy proposal to cut your rate in half and double your services, then we don't need you. And I was like, not doing that. But that visual came to mind. And I think that's what she was trying to say is like, you're not relevant. And I have news for you. I have only grown and moved on from that, which has been great. But we don't want you to be that tumbleweed spinning in the corner collecting dust. I don't want to be the tumbleweed. Let's not be tumbleweeds together. So we're going to dive into the 11 key trends for 2024 that you need to know to up-level your agency, write killer pitches, strategic. Oh my gosh, fired her 7 years ago, something like that. Greatest thing ever. Yeah, 7 years ago. Wow. And as a result, tripled my rates. Talked a lot about that and how I did it. There's lots of content on that. But yeah, that original client was holding us back for more than a decade. And I let fear hold me back. Topic for another time. But if you're interested in hearing more about that and how we literally tripled our rates overnight when we let go of that client, let me know, and I can link to some content on that because I think it's really encouraging. So, okay, you can get all of this deep dive in the trend report. Maybe you've already downloaded it. Hi, welcome. We're including this video so that you have a chance to kind of bring it to life through a discussion. So the first one you'll see is that AI. It's a must. And we do recommend it, but only when you are using it ethically. So it's already had some negative effects on the media landscape. Unfortunately, it is not going anywhere. And a lot of our writer friends, this is the reason for the writer strike, they are feeling the impact of a lot of different things, but AI being one of them. They're trying to look to the future to create a contract that, we're talking about the writers now, but to create a contract that lives on for a long time. So they're thinking through streaming, AI, all of the changes that are impacting their profession, their ability to earn a livelihood. So as PR pros, it has come up to, we want to leverage this tech ethically and responsibly. So we had a great call yesterday in my Agency Accelerator Plus. So if you're in Agency Accelerator, it's fully self-study. It's incredible, even at a self-study pace. But we also have a mastermind, which is like a coaching. We also bring in experts to talk about certain topics. Yesterday was about scaling your agency. And she was I just want to get her name right. Ariana Rodriguez. I just couldn't remember her last name. I wanted to double check. Incredible on creating systems and scaling. And she was talking about leveraging AI to do some heavy lifting, and had a unique way of using it, training it, and getting. I have so many messages coming in. I think the kids' classes have been released for my son's school, and so they're all like, "Where are you?" But Ariana yesterday was talking about leveraging AI ethically, making it your own. We love that. It can really save you time. We want you to use it ethically, meaning do not take what you get and just present it to a client, pitch it to an editor. It's pulling from everything on the internet, which means you could be probably you are using some plagiarized content. You have to heavily edit it before it makes its way to clients or in your pitches. AI, what we feel is not going anywhere is AI. It's robots, programs that are running AI. It's like computers, robots. They don't have niche expertise, emotions, industry skills, life experience, storytelling ability, and the emotional intelligence that we have. So we feel, at least for now, AI is not going to replace you, but you can leverage AI, and you should, to use as a tool to improve your agency, your skills, save you an immense amount of time. And I will say, when we were putting the trend report together, it became very clear that agencies and PR pros who are not going to be leveraging the power of AI and getting in early and using it effectively, they will be at a disadvantage. Clients are going to want to work with agencies that are using it to save them time as well and using it to get an advantage. So edit it, use it ethically, but check into it. And we also have, this is not about that. I really just want you guys to have the trend report, but we do have powerhouse prompts we put together, and I do want to add some additional prompts to it. So if you have checked out our powerhouse prompts, as soon as I find a pocket of time, which has been challenging with our trip and my son starting school, and having no nanny to pick them up, so I've been driving back and forth, I do want to get to adding more prompts and making your queries smarter. so that you're getting better information. And that's the thing. AI still needs input, and that's where we come in. So number one trend, AI. Number two, data-driven storytelling. One of the biggest PR trends of 2024. We know PR is all about striking a chord with your audiences, but next year, media players are looking for data. They want cold, hard data, stats, trend data, anything relevant to your contacts, your media contacts, your niche. That audience is really powerful. It's going to make your pitches more powerful, timely, relevant. There's a couple ways to go about this. It's looking at studies that have already been done, any kind of major niche studies. Maybe your client has leveraged their own study. We have had clients, we have a client right now that happens to be the only FDA cleared LED face mask to say that it absolutely reduces wrinkles and signs of aging, crow's feet. They have studies that prove it. We're able to leverage that. I see a question here. I'll answer it at the end. It's a good one. And we also talk about that in Powerhouse Prompts. So leveraging this independent study, and they've also recently done their own research on another product that they have. Anything that's in the news that comes out as a niche study that maybe is just starting to bubble to the surface or hasn't really gotten a lot of media attention, use that as a foundation for a solid pitch. The most important thing is building a story from the data. You can't just throw a bunch of numbers at your media contacts and call it a day. You have to convert that into an idea that makes a compelling story that you then weave your client into. But data-driven storytelling is going to be a big trend in 2024. Keep your eyes on your industries, see what studies are being released, and figure out how to leverage that into a compelling story. The third trend is we as PR pros, we're not SEO agencies. I always thought we are not an SEO agency. I'm not going to get you anchor text and, active links and high quality links. Like that comes as a result of our efforts, but we do need to get comfortable leveraging SEO. And this is what I mean by that. SEO driven pitches are going to be a major part of data driven storytelling next year. And when you leverage SEO in your pitches, there's a lot of benefits to the publication. But when you find a key term that's related to your client that has high search volume, but low search difficulty, that's an SEO term, or low search results, then you're finding an opportunity. There's a gap. And that search term could be a gold mine, especially if you have product links for affiliates, right? We talked about affiliates as last year's major trend, not going anywhere. Yes, Chrissy's saying, you can tell by the titles the pieces have now that they're going for SEO. It's a little weird. It's a little wonky. Where do you get the data? We have shared that there's a bunch of kind of different ways, like through Google Analytics. My team does SEO. Let me text Miranda right now and see if she can share with me where she is, because she's like, it's so easy to get data. I'm like, I don't. So let me hold on. SEMrush is one place. We are a partner of Prowly, which is a SEMrush company. We love Prowly, but this is also, SEMrush is a great place. It is a paid platform. They might have a free version. I don't know. Last time our live, because it was way over my head. What data do we mean? Who's asking that, by the way, just so I know? Prowly, I do have a link. I'm an affiliate for Prowly. No, search volume. and then the results return. So what are people looking for? You want a sweet spot of like 50 to 100,000 searches a month. And then what results are coming back? Are your clients' competitors? Is there a gap where there's not a lot of stuff that's being returned? That's where you find that sweet spot. One of the examples we had from Bryce Gruber when we were talking about a client of ours with a fragrance is that like celebrity, no, sorry, maybe we cross wires here. No, we need search volume, not impressions. It's people typing into Google certain search volume. Yes, okay, got it. Hi, Alyssa. So they said the search results, there's a lot of searches for celebrity fragrance, and the results, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff that comes up. So we saw that vintage fragrance, Bryce gave us the example because this was aligned with my client's product. It had vintage rose fragrance. It was also based on Judy Garland, who had her 100th birthday. So it was like vintage was a gap in the search that we could use in our pitch to let editors know that they could take over the space and or at least rank. That's what they want, is to rank. And then when they rank and people are searching and they come on an affiliate link, they get revenue. That's the whole point of it. They want eyeballs on the page for ad revenue, and they want click-throughs to purchase for affiliate revenue. It's all about how you can help your editor friends, your freelancers, journalists generate traffic, which converts to revenue for their publication. So having an SEO mindset, when you do this, do not pitch every editor in the book the same idea, because now they're all writing about it and now nobody's getting that benefit. But when you have a close contact and you're like, hey, I have a little kind of insight thing for you. We see a ton of people searching for this keyword, but not a lot coming up, and our clients' products are really good fit. That's an opportunity. And we think that that is a big trend that we have to pay attention to in the new year, and even now. So just check into that. Number 4 is, I've been saying this a long time, but it is authenticity, like a true commitment to DE&I, so that you can win audience support, that you are sharing value-based storytelling and socially conscious content that is going to, so like for years, that has resonated with audiences. But at this point in 2024, it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. It's all about commitment. It's all about your actions. And I just saw a little like Instagram snippet. Ed Milet today had something that I never listened to what he's, I don't know, just like for some reason stumbled on it. And it was about looking at what people are doing versus what people are saying. That's how you see somebody's commitment to you, commitment to something they said they would do, commitment to excellence, integrity. What do they say they're going to do, and are they doing it? So I think the days of performative allyship, that's gone. You have to take the actions you say you're going to do. So we know our audiences want to support brands that truly walk the walk when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it goes far beyond a few campaigns, some, mixed race in your social media. Consumers want to see that, and they're voting with their dollars by buying your clients' products and liking their page and, interacting with them online. They want to see that it is implemented at every level of a brand's business, from their C-suite down to their entry-level employees. And, they want to see that these brands are actually doing what they say they're going to do, and it is a core value to them. So if you can recommend to your clients or have them keep you informed of the internal efforts they're making, you can share I have information for you, Alyssa and everyone else. So Miranda uses KW Finder, which is Keyword Finder, and she said that in terms of the results, the affordability, she's used a bunch of platforms and said this one is the best because you get great results and it's a really affordable tool. And they use it for all of our, like these, Facebook Lives. We run our titles and get a keyword score. And if it's ranking low, we'll change some of the words so that it's a little bit more SEO friendly. It might not be like reader friendly, as Chrissy was saying. A lot of SEO type things just have a bunch of keywords like bleh. But we're trying to make it still make sense, including those hot keywords. So KW Finder, hopefully that helps. Keep that in mind with clients, C-suite. 5 is we have to bring back credibility, accuracy, fact-checking, not sacrificing speed, accuracy for speed, and not sacrificing quality for volume. So we want accuracy and credibility. And that's more important than ever in the new year because there's been a lot of clickbait, fake news, misinformation. And I'm not saying like fake news. I'm saying, there you go. Who is that that's pulling all those links? I just want to say thank you. So anyone watching the replay, the link is there, mangools.com/KW Finder. That's the one Miranda's using. But accuracy, publications maintaining their reputation. Oh, it's Natasha. Hello, darling. Publications maintaining their reputations by publishing factually accurate stories is a big deal in the new year. So they want to deliver accurate information for their readers 100% of the time. And that's why AI is a little bit dicey because you don't know, is it pulling some factually inaccurate source? That's why we have to check. But as a PR pro, it's our job to make sure pitches are free of errors before we send them out, and double checking, price points, availability, launch dates, ingredients, if it's a, physical product, all of that, because we're not seeing a ton of fact checking after the fact. I know Nelson just recently had that opportunity, very rare these days, but when you do thorough research and you carefully fact check, now your pitch is factually accurate. So when it gets picked up, it's going to run. Your media contacts will be your best friends. So keep that in mind. You want to only be sharing things that are verifiable. Number 6, and this has gotten really big this year. It's about Substack. And we love Substack as a way to connect with journalists. So this is the new hot hang. If you haven't heard of it yet, Substack is essentially an email marketing platform that journalists and other people, but we love it for making connections with journalists. They're using it to write newsletters and share their work and their insight with their readers. As a PR pro, you may not have your own Substack, but you can use it to strengthen your relationships with your existing connections. So, and Natasha has been incredibly successful using this tactic. Several others. Decline. Sorry, don't know you. So when you can reference a personal story that a journalist shared in their Substack, it shows you're engaged. It shows you're a supportive media partner. Editors will often put call outs for last minute pitches, looking for experts, looking for products. So we love it for that. But new media contacts, what was I going to say? Paid versus free. There is a lot of really good content that is beyond the paywall. So they're giving insight into what's happening in the media, what's important to them, what's happening in the affiliate world, what's happening with journalists and layoffs, how you as a PR pro can interact there. This has to be Nelson. Nelson says, I'm assuming, yes. Just an insider tip on fact checking as a journalist. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Was it? I never want to tell my editor that I made a mistake, even if it was the subject It makes me look bad to have to tell my editor to fix things. So maybe this isn't Nelson. Maybe that is obvious. Someone asked me to make a tiny change on my latest article. No, it's not Nelson. Different web link. And I'm not going to bother my editor, as he will be, oh, nope, it's not me. As he will not be likely to commission me again, or be less likely. So that makes a lot of sense. Who? That must be Ashley Victoria? Tell me who. Ashley Victoria. I'm assuming that's you. Yeah, and freelancers especially, once they publish, it's gone. You know, they have, not Nelson. Ashley Victoria? I just can't tell. I don't know. So that's a great point. You want to make sure everything. Oh, Alyssa. Yes. Sorry. Yes, exactly. You want to keep it, you know, totally accurate. And when a PR person comes back and says, just kidding, there was a mistake, you know, I did it once and got in trouble. Yeah, you don't want to be the PR pro that's like, oh, just kidding, that changed, because they're not going to be able to make the change. So Substacks have free, which is great, and there's paywall, inexpensive but really good access. We have inside of the Pitch Lab, we have, and I'll link it so you guys can just check it out if you're not a member. Really, really good, but we have a lot of content around Substack. As you develop those media relationships, you can land sometimes even newsletter exclusive features to get your client in front of targeted, engaged audiences, and also get that insight, and then make those relationships. They're talking about their travels and when they're sick and what their kids are up to. That's gold in connecting and making those solid relationships, which is what we really drive home inside of the Pitch Lab. It's all about relationships. And AI is not going to make relationships for you. So it's still about that personal connection. Number 7 is, this goes without saying, it's all about providing value. You need to consistently provide value to your media contacts in 2024. And you already know that you have to be a valuable resource to your media contacts, but now more than ever, so we're leaning into the new year, our focus is making our media contacts' lives easier at every turn. So every pitch, again, has to be accurate, timely, completely personalized, so that they know that it is just for them and their publication, and make sure all of the necessary information that you want them to consider is in your pitch. That is including any multimedia, if there's a video that supports, or images, additional documents, any in-house expert details. That's a great strategy we've been using successfully, leveraging in-house experts like dermatologists for a skincare device or skincare products, breastfeeding lactation consultant for a breast pump, or a board-certified doula talking about postpartum concerns for that same company. We have a sleep consultant that is also certified for a baby monitor company. Tons of press getting that strategy out there. So keep in mind that when you offer experts, you are providing value to your contacts. And we know moving forward, again, with these layoffs, you have to think about where they are in their mindset, in their career, their need to generate content. Journalists are working with shorter and shorter timelines. So the more ahead of a launch you have to send a pitch, the better, so they can plan for it. We used to think of short leads, like online versions, as couple days, couple weeks, but we're hearing from our contacts that they're going back to a bit of a longer timeline so they can schedule out their content rollout and really think through the revenue opportunities. And so the lead time is getting a little bit longer, and we want to show our media partners that we are collaborative. It's a true partnership. You're there for them. You want to be as much of a valuable resource as possible. So you want to show them empathy, understanding. That's the key to really strengthening your relationship with this crazy media landscape. Offer yourself as an expert in your niche. Offer your clients, the founders of the company, if they have qualifications or experience to share. You don't just want to be reaching out. What is it? Oh, hold on one sec. Hey, Rye, can you play with Lola? No, he said no. Begged for this dog. What? Sorry. I walked her. Oh, I think she's hungry. You want to ensure that you are reaching out with valuable resources. Sorry, I know some of you don't love when I'm like talking to my family and my pets that are here, but she's talking to me. Lola, come. Lola, come. Maybe if you see how cute she is, you'll... Yesterday was her 2-year birthday. We just sort of made that up. Although we do think it was that week. We just don't know the actual date. Come here. Come here. Hi, Lola. So, sorry if the barking is so loud. Don't just reach out when you need something. Like, I'm here because I need something from you. Your goal is developing a long-term working partnership that will benefit, your media contact, benefit you, benefit your clients. This is why niching down really helps, because you're forming these deep relationships with contacts that will be able to support your business, and you can support them on a long-term basis. So yes, the dog wants my attention. What kind of dog is it? She's a rescue. So she's a mix. She is husky, German shepherd. She's kind of like ruddy blonde hair with little black trim tips, and she's very cute. And she has a little widow's peak like Eddie Munster. Very, very cute. Very sweet dog. But I think she's hungry. Let me see if I can text my son too. Okay, hold on. I'm getting right back to this, I promise. Okay, he's going to say no. I said feed her. He's going to say no. So that's a big one. Continue to provide value. Just think about how you're saving someone time, making their jobs easier. Number 8, we're moving away from Twitter. As if this hasn't happened already. He's saying no. I knew it. Okay. As if this hasn't already happened. Twitter's a hot mess. People are moving away from her. Thinking of my dog. Trying to multitask. I'm not good at it. Yeah. It is, near constant issues with this platform. And what we are seeing, and I think this is good for us, are key players in the media space really jumping ship and switching over to LinkedIn. We love LinkedIn. So in 2024, journalists, media contacts are turning to LinkedIn and Threads, although that immediate blow up has really died down. But journalists are still on there sharing content. Good way to engage on a new platform. You might get someone's attention that you might not have already gotten connected with, but they are promoting their work and sharing their content with like-minded communities, primarily on LinkedIn. And so we're seeing that as a big shift. It's a great way to make connections, and also businesses are shifting their focus away from Twitter, and consumers are moving away from that in favor of short video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels. Don't love short video content, although we do produce a lot of it, but I'm seeing how it is melting my children's minds. And one of my sons is not on TikTok. The other one, the older one, it's a lot of it. It's over his head, and he's repurposing content he finds funny, and I have to really monitor it because he doesn't always. Hi, Nicola. Yes, it is king for content. And, Instagram Reels too. And brand deals. Although, I will say, I'm very excited. I just had a call today for me to be an influencer, which is super cool, and create content. And it's more on the business side. It's a paid partnership. And the client's it's not my client, it's another agency. I know. Come here. Everybody wants to see the little girl. It's making all this noise. She knows. Here, let me see. Are you there? Where are you? Come here. Come here. So they wanted me to share the content on my platforms of choice. If our content performs really well on LinkedIn or YouTube, wherever our audience is resonating most with our content, they they want us to share on those platforms. So I thought that was really cool and giving us a lot of creative freedom and flexibility. They wanted it to be authentic. I think that's the key is authenticity, but LinkedIn is a big one. I said now, and he said, fine. Teenagers, anyone who has little kids. She's right here. Yes. Um, no, take her downstairs. Ryan, make an effort, please. It's like really frustrating if it's not perfectly easy, then he's not doing it. Anyway, yeah, Twitter's a mess. We're not really on there anymore. Businesses shifting away, brand deals happening on TikTok, Instagram Reels, but LinkedIn, do not sleep on LinkedIn as a way to grow your business and to make real connections and find contacts. Our community is finding tons and tons of contacts on LinkedIn. And when journalists are sharing their content there, engage with it. Engage with it right away because the algorithm favors content that gets engagement really fast. We actually had a whole LinkedIn training from Helena Baker inside of our programs. She was amazing. She talked so fast and had so much information, but we learned a ton about how to leverage the platform. And now that we all agree, Twitter's dead, move over to these other platforms, recommend your clients do the same and make real connections. That's happening. Number 9 is showing clients the true value of PR with data. We hate data. Gotta go. I don't know who's here, but anyway, you're welcome. Thanks. You're the best for being here. So, explaining the value of PR to clients, it's always a little rough. It's that ROI that they're like, I need metrics and data to sink my teeth into. And a lot of us, we still do. I mean, there's a lot of what we do that's intangible. So it's challenging, but this is going to come up even more in 2024 where clients are wanting clear, measurable data that will demonstrate our success. They want to see how the results of your hard work and their financial investment, their budgets, are going to pay off for them. And it's sometimes hard for numbers-driven people to wrap their heads around the social and emotional impact of PR without stats. And so this is where working with them to develop KPIs. I don't want you to develop a KPI around sales because that's not really what we're responsible for. Although if you are leveraging affiliate links and you can attribute it back to sales. No, don't talk to me. Ugh, this watch is always thinking that I'm talking to it. If you're able to show an increase in those links being used, you can get into their Google Analytics. A lot of clients will allow you into their backend analytics to pull things for your reports. Just agree on it with them. This will help all of you get on the same page and establish expectations so that you know when you are successful, and the client will be able to know that the campaign you worked on, the efforts you made, the results that you achieved had a meaningful impact. So when you are aligned with what those KPIs are, what sort of measurable data is going to link back to show the value of the work that you've done, that is what is going to be important in the new year. And we want to show that we want to show clients that they can draw a clear line between the efforts you're making and the upward trends in their data. So if you're able to see an increase, or coming from links that you shared. That's data that's empowering to show the value of what you've done. Chrissy is saying, one thing clients often forget is that when a potential new client or customer is in the consideration stage of the marketing funnel, they will Google them. So having a ton of PR authority pieces come up in the results really helps. And that's exactly why this company reached out to me to share content about their small business platform, so that we could talk about the importance of businesses, even small businesses, using PR to increase their visibility and credibility, even at a new early stage. When clients search for us, they're going to find a lot of the articles where we've been featured, great SEO value, tons of it, right? All of that is data that you can point to that correlates to upward trends, and that's going to give us job stability, or like clients that stick around, which is what we always want. That's the service pillar inside of the agency accelerator, just keeping clients in the door, adding new services and charging more, so that we do that all the time. It's the best because you don't have to go look for new clients. They already love you. They already know working with you is great. And now you're taking their goals and objectives and saying, here's another piece of the puzzle we'd love to provide to you. And this is what it would look like. And this is how much more it would cost. It's just a little bit of a bump. And we have added 50% of the monthly recurring retainer revenue just by adding services to an existing client. That's a sub trend, is like just building more services with existing clients, because you're really able to show that value. Number 10 is about honesty, authenticity. This goes back to a couple of the other points that we made, but a little bit different. So we know that today's consumers can spot fake, superficial content from miles away. And the best way to establish trust with your audience, your client's audience, is displaying authenticity and honesty at every level. That is why when my dog comes in here and barks in my face, I don't care. That's my life. My kid's home from school. He's challenging. He doesn't want to do a lot. I need his help. I'm not going to pause. That's my life, and that's the authentic me. And maybe I'm not for you, and that's okay, because for my real audience, they don't care. They're here for the content and the connection and the community. And I love that. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm all this like buttoned up and everything's perfect. And, we only professionally record and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm a busy mom. I'm going to come on when I have carved out the time, and my dog is not happy. I did take her for a nice long walk, not happy. So she's going to bark at me, and that's the way it goes, And I love you, Chrissy. And I know you get it because you've got a lot of dogs, and we just talked about your dogs. So my son is talking to me right now from downstairs. I said, I'm going live at 11. And he goes, okay. Anyway, so same goes for clients and you and your social media presence and relationships, everything. Just be yourself. It is exhausting to... You trapped her outside? Jane's just here for the cats. You have to let her in. Okay, you have to listen for her barking. Okay, I think we have a plan. This dog is going to be going nuts outside. The cats are here for you too, Jane. And I think her cats are here for me. She said that her cats love my voice, which is so funny. So clients should have defined brand values. This is really important. And that can be at the center of your overarching PR strategy. Does your client have core values? Do you have core values? This is something that we work on in the agency accelerator. You want to make sure everyone on the client's team sticks to and aligns and takes actions consistent with their values, because contradictory statements from brand spokespeople, actions that don't align with what they state as their corporate values and put out there as their core values, that will make trust vanish like that. because they're watching and they're voting with their dollars, and they'll say, well, that's not, you say you're all about this, but then you did that. It's like, forget you. We're done with you. This is why, like, brands get canceled. We don't want to, like, go and play into that cancel culture at all. We want it to be genuinely authentic. We don't want clients to act from a place of fear, because you can't please everybody, but it's your core people, their core client or customers. If they have values that are stated and their actions align with that, they're being authentic, their customers, which are the ones that matter, will be there for them. So you can't please everybody. I know everybody gets, like, ruffled and their feathers ruffled, and over something, conservative groups attacking, like, liberal companies, and those companies are like, we don't care, because you're not our customers. You want to make sure that their values align with their actions so that they're authentic. You want relatability. That is huge with audiences. Brand founders should feel accessible, open, as much as influencers, right? Like, you want the brand founders to be genuine to who they are. And they're like, this is why we love Sarah Blakely, right? The founder of Spanx, who sold her company for $1 billion plus. Because when you follow her on social media, she's exactly the same as she was before she became a billionaire, before Spanx was featured on Oprah. She's exactly the same. She's goofy, she's funny. Her husband Jesse is, like, one of my mentors also. Like, he's awesome. That's why we love her, because she's been accessible, she's been open. There's so many people like that. But when you have the founder, like, on a pedestal and everything is perfect, it's not relatable. Yeah, totally. I love her too. So, you want, now we're shifting away. This translates into social, away from overly produced content, like the company that I just talked to about having me as an influencer sharing PR strategies. I was like, so what's the production level? She's like, whatever you're doing, like on your iPhone, like, it's fine. We just want it to be your true, what you do. So we want organic short form videos over highly produced content. That's more authentic. It's more relatable. You can connect with it better. Podcast interviews. I did a training a couple weeks back on giving the audience an unfiltered look inside of the brand, inside of the founder's journey, their lessons, their, trials and tribulations. What have they learned? How can you learn from them? That is going to help the audience connect, and your story will resonate with them. Your brand will be endearing to them. And that's what we want. And that's what I want you all to be as well. Natasha's excellent at that. She is exactly who she is, and there is no errors or pretension or I want to say filtering, but that makes it sound like she's, like, unfiltered. It's real. It's authentic. It's in the moment. And her clients love her for that. That's how she's making the connection. That's how she's creating content on TikTok, sharing strategies and tips that is not overly produced. It's in the moment, and it's so good that our clients are like, I want to work with her, because they also know who they're getting, you know? Love me or leave me alone. Yeah, that's how I am too. It's like, this shit show that's happening here. Like, we're still highly effective, and that's life. We all dealt with it during the pandemic. My kids are here. I have a dog that barks at me. I'm still going to get it done, and we're still going to do a stellar job. And if you have a problem with that, then I wrote a whole article on it years ago, almost like, I don't know, 9 years ago, and it went viral. My kids asked me, have you ever had any content go viral? And I'm like, well, yes, I have. Not exciting to them that it went viral on LinkedIn, but it was all about how moms are awesome. We're awesome employees. We're awesome, business owners. We're great at what we do, very driven and very focused and effective for a million reasons. And if you don't like the fact that I'm a mom, sorry, not sorry. I'm not for you. What is this? So I'm not for you. That's fine. So be yourself. Tell your clients to let their customers in on the behind the scenes of the company, the people on the team, share their backstories, share their favorite, like, what did they wear that day? I've seen this really cute design firm will have all their employees walk in their outfits. It's so cute, just getting that. Or like two of them will come in and like look at each other like they're wearing basically the same thing. It's very cute and people feel a connection there. So relatability is huge. Podcasts are a great way to share personality, which we love. The last one. So this is 11. This one to me is like less important, but we know that it's all about this trend towards short, sweet content, video content being short and sweet, text-based content. So we want to look to social media to find these little snappy, short, and sweet stories, any kind of burgeoning trends, tiny little nuggets that you can build into something that will be a really stellar, timely pitch. And journalists are also scouring social media and have stories that they're interested in because they're timely and exciting and new, and you can sort of jump on that first. Like we see social media, like TikTok trends, and then we see those like move into actual PR articles, earned media around that trend. Like keep up on that. Look for those little short, sweet stories. And whoever looks down at me wearing pajamas, you guys, I'm in slippers. I'm half the time like not even wearing. I'm wearing like workout pants or pajama pants or whatever. I might even have my pajama shorts on under my dress because I had to like quickly get on that other call that led right up until this call. So you do what you got to do, right? We all know, neck up from COVID. I couldn't even remember. Thank God it's so, COVID, like Zoom calls. And how ironic yesterday was like the story about how Zoom is requiring their employees to come back to the office. And it's like, weren't you the platform for showing that you don't have to be in the office to have an effective team? I have to have, what is your TikTok? I really don't want to have to start one. I love Instagram. Natasha jumped on TikTok, grew organically, really found a pocket in the PR world that was, wide open, blue sky, and hit it hard. And it has worked for her. She has increased her rates. She's seen as an authority, and she has gotten new clients at higher retainers with that background, and that's what they know of her. And they're like, I want you. So pay attention to these platforms for growing your business too. So that just is like a quickie, but we have so much more that we dove into. Those are the trends that we shared. And there's more info in there. So grab our brand new 2024 PR Trends Report. We love putting these together. We work really hard on them. We scour a ton of sources. We leverage our own experience. We leverage our community's experience. The amount of insight we get from our members sharing with us what they're noticing, what's working for them is invaluable. And we try to boil it down and put it all into one place. And we love bringing that to you. So our 2024 PR Trends Report is out now. As of today, get it while it's hot. I know there was one other question about, let me just make sure. Sorry. Examples of what to do with AI. So anything. And I know that's too vast, which is why we created Powerhouse Prompts, so that you had some thought starters and you could make it your own. But you can ask it, yes, to write a press release and give it the information, give it details, have it iterate. So if there's something you don't like, you tell it conversationally, this is too business-like, make it more informal. Write this pitch as if it is you're an advertising executive pitching a Fortune 500 or Fortune 50 brand to win them new business. Like maybe it gives you an outline. You can ask it for subject lines and say, give me 15 subject line ideas for a pitch related to this. And they're not all going to be great. Maybe none of them are great, but it's going to get your mind going. And you can choose one or two from the list and say, give me more subject lines that are similar to these and make them more exciting or whatever, So Nicola said, I just use it to help me produce detailed Q&As for a founder profile in a new industry. And I know she does this, you take what it gives you and you make it your own. Regarding Zoom requiring people, Nelson saying to come back to the office, when Sheryl Sandberg, right-hand lady at Facebook, announced many years ago, way before the pandemic, that she would not allow people to work from home, I was ready to punch her in the face because she had no idea what she was talking about. The pandemic proved this. I mean, I've been working from home for 18 years. Nelson has. Seriously? Companies can lean into it and say, we're going to save so much money on office space and facilities and electrical bills. Maybe they pay for your computer and you work from home, or they pay for your internet or not. I don't know. Why? I don't know. I love getting together. FaceTime has this thing. We have an event coming up live in person. Chrissy's been working from home for 15 years. You must have gone over to my other page because I can see you now. We have a live event happening in September on the 22nd. The first evening before, we have an awesome interactive hands-on edible experience that's going to be so much fun. And then the next day, full workshop. We're also going to take your headshots. We have a lot of surprises in store. We're going to feed you. We're going to have a wrap dinner that's incredible. But it is going to be a full day workshop implementing a framework to help you get your business to the next level and create a strategy that is custom tailored to you. You walk away with marching orders. You know exactly what you need to do. You really think through your goals, your vision, what's standing in your way, where you need to give more to your business, where you want to step away. Oh, you saw that. Nelson has been working from home since 1996. Oh, the event, you have to. Yeah. Yes, it's going to be really good, very intimate. It's in my house, dude. I'm not having 100 people here. It's going to be really small, really intimate. For my people that are on here, I know Natasha would love this. I have a tarot card reader, a really incredible one that can also do a business career reading, which we thought was really interesting. So every person's going to get headshots with my preferred photographer. Just a half day with her alone is $1,800 or something, and we're just getting you that. We have a whole flow the way the day is going to go. I'm a certified high performance coach, and no, it's not too far. Serena's coming, by the way, so it's not too far. And so to promote it, I did a crib style video, and it had to be all one take because my husband was like, I don't have time, and I'm like, just follow me around. So we just, I think, posted that yesterday or something. Yes, it's gonna be, and Natasha says Jen's house is amazing. I know that's her because she's the only one who's actually been here, although Des has been here, but she's not on here. So it's going to be really, 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 really good. I'm not gonna put something out. It's not transformational, but also fun and awesome and very special. So you know what, why don't I put a link to the event? I don't even know. Is it on here? Where is it? Maybe we only link to it. Husband sounds like a real guy. No, I mean, he helps me out whenever, but he was I got SHIT to do. Okay, here. Oh, that's 2020. Oh, here we go. I got it. So if you want to learn more about the event, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There's the event. The gals in this picture because I'm always like on my own and I mean, it'll be good. We'll get some new content with actual people here, but in the burgundy dress, if you go to that link, that's my best friend, Erica, and our friend Stephanie. And they were so awesome to like meet me at this coffee shop, and Michelle, our photographer, took these pictures. Just, there's also like a little video there, but we talk about what the event is, what you get. It's going to be really good, but there's a lot that's not on here because we want to keep some things a surprise. So let me know if you have any questions about our trend report or about the event happening September 22nd. Nothing beats the connections you make from in-person collaborating and working in a small group on a common goal, on shared values and vision. But we all know you can be very effective working from home for your clients. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for letting me come and share what I love with all of you, and for contributing and making this community so awesome and powerful and, collaborative and all the good things. Like, we're very lucky that you all have found us. So thanks for being here. Download our new 2024 trend report. Can I copy that? I'll do one more link one more time. And if you're interested in our Take Charge 2023 event, ask us any questions you have. We have lodging information, everything to share with you once you book. So come be my guest in September. And until then, continue to be awesome. And just know I'm so grateful for you. I love you all. And I will see you next week. Bye. Get my trend report.